Hello guys, we're back with another video. This is gonna be what if Naruto had nuclear release. So let's get dead into this video. Now, if my voice may sound louder, it's because I have gotten new headphones. Thank you to the mother, Sheena LaBeouf. Thank you. Dub. Yeah. Let's get into this video. we excuse that. We see for your Naruto sitting under a waterfall as he used all of his concentration to keep himself from waking up as he read within a book that sitting under waterfalls can make you stronger. So he decided to do so. He found the nearest one while escaping the village from attacks in anything of the sort. Now, Naruto, while under the waterfall, in his immense concentration, he then unknowingly charges chakra into the upper half of his body, as then his eyes suck up this energy as Naruto, while concentrating, hears a loud explosion. He looks around to see everywhere that he looked at was exploding. Naruto then stopped his immense concentration and got out of the waterfall. Naruto, after 1 week of testing out this ability, he decided that this would make him better at being a shinobi. Background: long forgotten clan that had recently fused with the Namikaze Queen, or the heir to the Namikaze clan. While her son survived the immense attack that all five nations, including Whirlpool, attacked them. They wanted to get them off of the map so the Whirlpool can settle in for new land. Minato Namikaze, the Aries survived, but later on, they murked them. The clan that fused within the Namikaze clan, the Ragamochi clan. The Ragamochi clan were highly deadly warriors that died because of the fact that their race was only producing, females. And that's the reason why it died out pretty much. Now, Naruto is training in the forest to create his own taijutsu style. Naruto, after 1 year of basically training on, at least 11 months of training on this, creating the specific taijutsu type, he had finally created a new fighting style. He called this style Electric Explosion Fist. Naruto used the currents of the wind and his explosion and the blast that his explosions created to push his power onto his opponents while easily knocking them out. Naruto had created an explosion clone, and this nuclear warhead. This nuclear warhead was basically just a version of Naruto, but charged with explosive energy. Any anything that's above the energy that was required to run would be considered a trigger for this explosive clone, causing a massive explosion, dealing a lot of damage. Nar- Naruto fought against one of his explosive clones as he was getting his body used to this radioactive power. Naruto. Now, if y'all are wondering how exactly Naruto had gotten to the woods and got to this waterfall at the Valley of the End, because where else is there a waterfall near the Leaf Village? You only find that shit unless you making one. And Hashirama and Madara did so. We see Naruto. This is a flashback. We see Naruto within the store reading a book. This owner was did not like Naruto, but he didn't hate him. He was more in a neutral. So he didn't overpay Naruto, but he didn't make Naruto overpay, and he didn't make him pay for less. Naruto Naruto had found that the books had showed the map of the fire country. Now Naruto had walked there on foot after after being kicked out of the orphanage. Let's say that. Naruto's explosive style. Naruto Naruto scratched his fingers down in this motion as if he was from the west side. He then pushed both of those fingers upwards. Then he pushed them downwards a little. Then then he slanted his leg back and pointed his foot towards the enemy, causing this this stance was decided because Naruto thought it was cool, but it causes massive damage. Naruto uses the tips of his finger to create explosions, which can lead to small explosions. So he only uses this as a thrust forward. Naruto slung his hands backwards, pumping energy out of it as he exploded forward, then shot his leg up, kicked his leg up after ducking down, kicking a tree, causing a massive explosion. Then he jumped. Then he jumped up using his hands alone to as to spin around mid-air, doing a backflip and landing on his feet. Then presuming a combination of multiple powerful attacks. Now, this was almost like the clan's fighting style that was created to benefit um their fighting their explosions more. Except Naruto had done a lot more work to perfect this, making his fighting stance something that even Jonin could not keep up with. Sure, they could not keep up with his strength and speed, but I would say Anbu, who was familiar in the fighting type and had the same amount of and was fairly speedy, would be capable of stopping Naruto with relative ease. but that's only someone who is familiar with his fighting style, which Naruto's fighting style would be considered pretty much new. So he doesn't have any risk of that happening yet. Naruto's POV. Naruto was touching up on his concentration once he realized that he can use his eye holes as explosion zones. Naruto then suited his fighting style with this, taking a full year to do so. A 6-year-old Naruto is training within the forest as multiple Anbu were sent out to find Naruto, but they thought that the nine-tailed fox would take over Naruto, so they checked most the most places that were not obvious to by Naruto, but they were unsuccessful. They figured that he had completely left the premises of the fire country, and that was it. They couldn't do much because it was outside of their borders. Naruto Naruto fix finally touched up his fighting style. Naruto jumped up and looked down, creating a massive explosion while quickly shooting down to the ground. His leg then, as he spun around, shooting his leg towards the target, which was ironically a tree. Then he spun around and kicked one area of the tree using the accelerative force and completely cut the tree in half with his legs alone. Then he spun around even further to slam his hands onto the tree, exploding. Then he looked at his opponent, exploding it up more. Then he pushed his hands behind his back and giving himself a large enough thrust to stop moving completely. Then he looked at the area, charging up a lot of chakra, and then created a massive explosion. If y'all wondering why Ambu wouldn't come and get Naruto, Naruto has considered this to be massive explosions, but it's really not. And since it's a little bit further away from the Lee village, they can't hear this commotion. And Naruto has been practicing on his chakra control for his technique because of the fact that he got chakra items after he stole money out of the cash register of the man who was neutral to him, which you will later find out because of that fact, he's hostile towards him. Now let's say that he stole it from the owner of a fruit shop or something, of flowers like the Horno or Ino's family. Let's say that. Naruto trained, and then he realized that he didn't have any jutsu that were worthwhile. All he did was just create massive explosions. Then he wanted to charge up energy as he did. He charged up explosive energy into into sort of a funnel of chakra into thin layers of chakra that looked like a dragon. The explosive energy forced this dragon-like entity to appear and fly towards enemies. Then Naruto quickly spun around while sending nuclear radiation out of his mouth, causing multiple trees to die out instantly. As it is known that trees, if they have half of their body mass, they can regrow. But Naruto had completely, almost demolished it completely. The roots were were so, were so disgusting. Anyway, Naruto's POV. I'm incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna become Hokage. Naruto said. Or that's what Naruto would have said. After spending years in solitude, well, we can still call it years because it's 2 years. 2 years in solitude, he learned one thing. Over that time of him realizing things, his anger grew towards the leaf even more. But his anger towards the leaf did not drive him to want to destroy it. He just didn't like the place. Naruto's POV. We skip 2 years of Naruto constantly training on new jutsu and perfecting his fighting style and adding new things to his fighting style to optimize his fighting experience and perfect it at the same time. Naruto's POV. Naruto was walking towards the area where the Leaf Village was, as he knew that this was around the time that kids his age usually were recruited for to join the academy. Naruto, once walking near the gates of the Leaf Village, guards saw him and flew towards him. They were aiming to attack, but once they seen Naruto's face, and because of the fact that Naruto was basically a wild man, and he had to fend off for himself and literally eat passing by rogue ninja sometimes to survive. This caused Naruto to summon his chakra. After feeling the chakra, this was not the chakra of a boy, but the chakra of a demon. It was even worse than the Shukaku and the Nine Tails chakra. The feeling that you get once the chakra waved over you. This is because of the fact how chakra is molded. If you eat food that is spoiled, or you eat human flesh, or same things of the sort, you can, you better believe, uh, as a child, you better believe that your chakra will change turn darker. But with the tail beast, their chakra only changed because of how they felt towards humans over the years, how their opinions changed. So that's something that we need to get clear. That we seriously need to get clear. Naruto. Naruto's POV. His some massive chakra reserves that he had gained from eating other people, and also gaining their chakra as well by eating them. In such, Naruto's chakra once flared, it was considerable to the size of Biju. And that's saying a lot. Biju are known for their huge amounts of chakra. So, this was considerable. What? Oh, excuse me for the long moment of silence. I was, as you may have seen, getting the computer juiced up. Anyway, Naruto chakra flared up, scaring the hell out of the Chunin. Naruto then looked towards them as if they were rogue ninja. He felt hungry at the moment, so he unleashed killer intent, then sprinted towards them, charging up energy within his mouth. Then he spewed out nuclear energy as their bodies then wilted down. Then they fell to the ground. Naruto then quickly ate them, then rushed into the village. The kill is so rewarding. He appeared within the third Hokage's office, saying, "I'm ready to join the academy."
Can you pick that up, please?
You look like that.
Can you pick that up, fold it? Please? My flesh.
Alright, just stop messing with me. Naruto, after coming within the third Hokage's office, the third Hokage's chuckle as he was chuckling to a joke that Donzo had made, turned into a face of true happiness. He had a sad look, but it showed that he was happy as well. "Naruto, where have you been? You had me. You had me so worried. Don't ever run off like that again." Naruto had gotten the same tone from most rogue ninja, except they were a lot more evil and mean in that sense, since it seemed like so. But for some reason, he felt like he can trust the third Hokage. He then gave the third Hokage a smile, saying, I trained. I trained like I couldn't train anymore. I became so strong," Naruto said, with a huge, goofy smile. "And I'm ready to join the academy." As then, he said, "Good. The academy starts around tomorrow. At starts it starts around tomorrow at 7 p.m. No, 7 a.m. Wow, Naruto said. And that's the end of this video. So yeah. Um Also, once I release my story onto Wattpad, make sure that y'all fucking subscribe. Make sure that y'all fucking view it, like it, give it a gold star. Just get more fucking people on my Wattpad. Ugh, Wattpad. Bye. All y'all bitch ass niggas. Fuck y'all. Oh, bitch asses. Fucking ass niggas. Y'all shouldn't even be on my channel, ass niggas. Fucking watching the other nigga while he slaves hard at work doing shit for y'all stupid asses. Jeez. Y'all make me fucking mad.